Alrighty guys, what's going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. I hope everyone is doing good out there. Glad to have you guys here back for another update. So we got ourselves a bit of severe weather going on here for today. Tomorrow we are expecting some more severe weather to occur, in which we are going to be probably doing some coverage tomorrow. Today we did not decide to do coverage out there, but we are just doing a little bit of an update here for tonight, but I hope everyone's doing good. Like I said, I'm glad to have y'all here. So it's good to see you guys once again. Let's go ahead and jump on into it, my friends. First of all, let's go ahead and see who we got here for today. We got ourselves Mark, we have Crystal, we have ourselves Caleb, we have, let's see here, Shark, we have Pete, Tash, Pat, and Crystal. What's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. Good to see you all. What's up, Rebecca? Hope you're doing good, Rebecca, as well. Anyways, y'all, so we are currently seeing a lot of severe weather popping off here. Cross portions throughout the, well, really all over the place. Out there in the Central Plains and portions of the Midwest here, too. We're starting to see some severe weather out there as well. Also, a bit of the Northeast here. I've seen, you know, a little bit of severe weather out there. Now, tomorrow, when it comes to it, we're going to see some more overall tomorrow. By the way, if you hear me talking about other chats, we're in 2 different live streams right now. If you go to our main page here, we are on, like I said, we're actually on the, we're actually streaming in 2 areas, on YouTube Shorts and on our normal platform, but just want to go ahead and tell you so y'all don't get confused. What's up, Save Gone? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Let's see here. What's up, Donna? So yeah, we do have a couple storms popping off out through like Oklahoma, a couple out there towards like Arkansas, and then of course we slowly but surely work our way over here to the Northeast. We do got ourselves a little bit of severe weather popping up here. Let's slowly work our way up there. There we go. So we do got some storms out by D.C. area, actually where I grew up. This is the neck of the woods I grew up in, Northern Virginia. I got a little bit of severe weather out there towards Central Virginia as well. I got a couple severe storms out there. Got kind of a line of storms almost popping through some of the areas here in southeastern Pennsylvania currently. Starting to roll its way actually in towards New Jersey overall. What's up, Rhonda? Saying hi, Andrew. Thanks for the live. You're very welcome, Rhonda. Glad to have you here, my friend. Hope you're doing good. We are getting a pretty solid amount of reports on this line. Large blue spruce tree reported down in Freedom, which is southeastern portions of Pennsylvania. We also got ourselves another report coming. Numerous trees reported down southeast Pennsylvania. 55 mile per hour wind gusts are reported. So yeah, we are talking basically inside of this line here between 60 and 70 mile per hour winds. So we do got some pretty good winds inside of this line here. Now this also does kick its way up here towards the, you know, the upper New England places out here, like Massachusetts and there you go. Towards New Hampshire and some of those regions there, we have another little cluster of some storms rolling through. Multiple trees and power lines down. Reported all over the place here. Several trees. Yeah, so a lot of trees reported down here. We're going to do a power outage map here, check here in a minute. But overall, let's go ahead and hop on over here to the SPC. That's one of the things I really want to talk about in this live stream. So, as we mentioned here, obviously for today, we do got ourselves here. I'm gonna move this over a little bit to that way everybody can see this both on the YouTube Shorts page. Oops. As well as on the main live stream here too. Let me tilt the camera maybe a little bit here if I can. Let me try doing this. Oh, if it'll work here. There we go. That's a lot better. Okay, so yeah, we do have ourselves an enhanced risk here for today. A level 3 threat out there towards central and eastern New York State, rolling in through central and southern portions here of Vermont. There is a potential for a couple tornadoes today with, the remainder of today's threats out there towards Nebraska, towards central eastern Nebraska. There's a possibility out there that we could get ourselves, an isolated tornado or two occurring out in some of those regions. Same thing out there towards central eastern New York States into central and southern Vermont. There's a possibility we could get a couple tornadoes. We're not expecting any outbreak or anything like that today, so that's good news. In terms of damaging winds here, now that's actually the reason why we have an enhanced risk. The good news is that there's no hatch risk for winds, so winds should be mostly ranging between 60 and 70 mile per hour wind gusts out of the storms today. Out there towards, the greatest threat for damaging winds is out there towards central and eastern New York State, in which, also central and southern Vermont there too, where we do have ourselves a 30% chance for damaging winds, 15% chance across the yellow, and 5% chance across the brown. And like I said, we're expecting those winds to be ranging between 60 and 70 mile per hour wind gusts on the storm there, so that is what we are looking out there for. Now, when it comes to hail, we are talking a bit of a hail threat out there towards the Central Plains as well as the Northeast here. 15% risk areas out there you guys can see. One in Nebraska, one out there in Kansas and Colorado, and another one up there towards New York State overall. So that is, just a threat for some hail. We're talking 1 to 2 inches in diameter regarding hail size, so, nothing too extreme. Now, here's the thing, y'all. We work our way into tomorrow. We have another day of severe weather expected across the Northeast. Now, like I said, that's where we're going to probably do some coverage for you guys. I do plan on it. Overall, let's see here. John says last night was nuts. Oh, it sure was, man. I'm glad I was live for that for a while. Still puzzled on how I didn't lose power despite being a windbag. Absolutely. I had a pretty wild storm this morning, man. Earlier this afternoon. My sleep schedule's been so messed up lately, so I've been waking up like really, really late. But there was a crazy storm, man, that happened earlier today here in Florida. I mean, it shook the whole place that I was around. It's just crazy. Loud bang after bang. There's such loud thunder out of a storm. I haven't heard a loud storm like that in a while, man. It's been pretty crazy. But anyways, yeah, tomorrow we got another risk out there. Mid-Atlantic Northeast here. Tornado probs, not really expecting any tornadoes tomorrow, which is good. Obviously, I'm sure you're glad about that as well, as much as I am. So, no tornadoes on the forecast as of now for tomorrow, so that's good news. Damaging winds, though, that's kind of a concern. We do got ourselves a threat for damaging wind gusts across the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. Now, we do have some populated areas in tomorrow's threat. That's why I really want to do some live coverage, especially because it covers a lot of people. For example, like I was saying here, y'all, it goes throughout, like central northern Virginia, going all the way up there towards southern Vermont and southwestern New Hampshire. So there is, a pretty wide variety there where we could expect, the potential for damaging winds overall. Now, tomorrow we are expecting those winds to be ranging once again between 60 and 70 mile per hour winds. And in terms of hail, we don't really have a hail threat across the Mid-Atlantic or Northeast. We do have a little hail threat out there towards the Rockies, the eastern Rockies up there in northeastern New Mexico, kind of east central Colorado and eastern portions of Wyoming. Even a little sliver of western Nebraska is included in that 5% risk out there. So, we could get 1 to 2 inch diameter hail out in that region. But generally speaking, across the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic there, overall we are just seeing mostly a wind threat. Honestly, the more I think about it, if this system just remains a non-significant wind threat, and that's literally it, I don't even know if we're going to do coverage on that, to be honest with you. I was planning on it. I was, shooting for doing coverage tomorrow. We still might. There's still a really good possibility we might, but like I said, considering there's no tornadoes or hail across those regions there, just winds, and non-sig winds too, we'll have to see. just keep an eye on how things play out. We'll have to see. But anyways, that's that. Now for day 3, this is working our way over into Thursday. As of right now, Thursday is looking pretty clear on the table for most of us, except a little area out there towards the Western Plains, out there towards Nebraska, South Dakota, portions out there in Wyoming, Colorado, and a little itty-bitty sliver up in northwestern Kansas there. There's a possibility we could have ourselves a little bit of severe weather for Thursday overall. Now, in terms of the long-range forecast, talking about things after the fact, we're looking pretty clear, matter of fact. If we hop over here, move this a little bit over. Obviously, today we have today's enhanced risk, that severe threat level 3 up there in the north for a wind threat. Tomorrow we got that slight risk for a wind threat in the mid-Atlantic northeast as well. And then marginal rise severe weather is possible for Thursday out there in the central plains. So we'll have to watch out for that. Otherwise, you see says no areas, so there's no other areas that we're watching as of right now. So that is certainly good. But, once again, today we're going to still see some severe weather. We got a lot of watches out already. If we take a look here currently at our overview, we got 4 severe thunderstorm watches. We got one out there towards western Oklahoma, southwestern Kansas, northern Panhandle, Texas, and another one out there towards north central Kansas and throughout central Nebraska. And then, of course, we have it all the way from northern Virginia going all the way up there towards southern New York State, including a lot of New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. And, of course, we have another watch out there towards areas of northern Connecticut going through central Massachusetts and into central and southern portions of New Hampshire. So that, my friends, is where all the watches and stuff like that are currently at. That's the areas we need to be paying attention to right now. As, once again, we are expecting potential out there for severe weather, and we've been seeing a bit of severe weather ongoing. So far today, we've had 3 tornado reports. We've had 3 reports of tornadoes. We've had 281 damaging wind reports. That's a lot of reports of wind out there. We've had a solid 10 hail reports. So obviously, yeah, you can see hail today, not as much of a concern as damaging winds is today. But whenever it comes to it, though, all hazards is on the table out there. Once again, here for today's enhanced risk, we have 2 little tornado threats out there, like we were mentioning. We have one up there in the northeast out there towards New York State, and another one out there towards Nebraska there overall. Then, of course, the damaging wind threat is what takes it all, essentially, with the 30% non-sig risk out there for damaging winds, basically saying 60 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts are possible. Let's see here. Keith says, yesterday we had a tornado touchdown, but no damage, but in other places, minor damage. There was a lot of tornadoes yesterday in Chicago, man. Holy cow. Like I said, I'm definitely glad that I covered that for a couple hours with you guys, dude. That was an event, man. We had, I remember the maximum winds from yesterday. We got up to, I think it was it 105, I think it was? Yeah, we saw 105 mile an hour wind gusts out there, which I found was absolutely crazy. 105. Now, the SPC, Storm Prediction Center, was only saying that we were expecting, up to 85 miles an hour in terms of wind gusts, which, it made sense, but we Mother Nature definitely surpassed that with 105 reported out there in northwestern Illinois, I think it was, which was pretty wild. Of course, multiple tornado touchdowns across Chicago area. We had a lot of tornadoes yesterday out there. I mean, it was pretty wild. I ain't gonna lie, it was a pretty wild day. For both portions of Iowa, southern Wisconsin, going through Illinois and into Indiana. It was definitely pretty wild. Keith said to touch our house and was sucked back up into the cloud. That's crazy, man. Keith, I'm glad you're okay, dude. Yeah, there was I saw somewhere, we don't know the exact number of tornadoes there was in Chicago yesterday, but there was at least 3 of them that touched down in Chicago. I've seen some people say 5 plus. Obviously, I don't know the exact number. Like I said, we don't really know that, but there was a lot. There was definitely a lot of tornadic activity across the regions here, which was just crazy overall. Let's see here. Daniel says, just to let you know, 2 a.m. In my area this morning woke me up. Let's see here. Storm woke me up. First woke me up, loud thunder rumbling outside. I got in my bed because of it. Yeah, that's how it was for me too. Like I said, my sleep schedule's been pretty bad. I've been sleeping in late lately. Actually, it all started from that hurricane that hit Texas. I still haven't recovered my sleep schedule. But yeah, no, I woke up to some storm activity outside as well this morning. It was wild. It was wild. Like I said, I've never heard such loud thunder in my life, honestly. That was really close strikes. I mean, within a couple hundred yards, I'd say. We had some lightning strikes out by me, and they weren't those negative strikes that just zap and go away quickly. No, those were the positive ones where they zap the same place multiple times. Those were the big ones. Those are the ones that really blast the atmosphere with sound waves. Absolutely incredible. But anyways, but yeah. So that's just a bit of a recap. Now, I'll tell you what, my friends, we're going to hop into future weather models. We're going to take a look at future conditions regarding upcoming stuff. Can I zoom out a little bit? Oh, maybe I can. I can zoom in, but I can't zoom fully out here. I'm going to try something. Hopefully this will work. There you go. Yeah, y'all on the shorts page should be able to see things a little bit better since I moved things back a little bit. Anyways, but yeah, let's go ahead and hop on over here to the models. We're gonna take a look and see what's going on in the future realm of things. We're gonna do an overall just look at the weather. This is why I wanted to go live today for you guys, was just to kind of give you guys just a big overview of what we can expect for today, or sorry, not just today, but in the future overall. So let's take a look at our jet stream, looking at any future patterns and stuff like that. So obviously right now we have this big old high pressure system. Let me drag my pen over here so I can actually draw on the screen. But yeah, as of right now, we do have ourselves a big old high that's out there in the southwest. It's been there for a long time, contributing to some blazing temperatures out there in the southwest. It's been pretty wild out there. Also the south, just the south U.S. in general has actually been very, very much high pressure filled. So there's a lot of high pressure out here overall. A lot of just in general, a lot of high pressure building in, and we do have ourselves, relatively a straight jet stream, but we do have a little trough that we're watching, and that's why we're getting a little bit of severe weather out here. It's just a little bit of a dip in the jet stream here. Mostly almost zonal flow there, which zonal flow is just straight across jet stream. Obviously, the jet stream in this case does have a little bit of a curvature to it, but overall, I mean, yeah, we do have ourselves a little bit of a trough. Now, if we progress our way down in time here, you can see we do have ourselves this trough that's going to be going out there towards like southern Canada. This will be amplifying those upper level winds towards the Ohio Valley and the Northeast. This will contribute to some more severe weather we're expecting here down in time. Like I said, for tomorrow, we got a wind threat up in the Northeast here. So this is going to contribute to some of that activity there for like tomorrow. It's going to get those mid-level winds going and stuff like that. So. But overall, that high pressure we were talking about there, now that's not expected to go anywhere anytime soon. So my folks down in the southwest out there, man, it is blazing, and it will likely continue to be very hot for a pretty long time, I should say. Just considering the fact that this ridge, this high pressure area is not going anywhere anytime soon overall. What's up, Trudy? Say Oklahoma watching. Glad to have you here. Let's see here. Daniel says, I looked at my phone and it shows notifications. Let's see, showing 55 mile per hour winds. I threw myself, you said I threw myself. I'm like, what? I thought to myself, that's what you're trying to say. If a tornado was going, take shelter in my bathtub. Yeah, central interior portion is a great place to go if you do not have any, storm cellar or anything like that. So, absolutely. Great call there. If you have a basement or a storm cellar, that's the first place you do want to end up going there. Here, I'm gonna move this up a little bit again. My YouTube Shorts people, that way I can actually get notifications and stuff too. I can see them. But yeah, that is what we're looking out there. So once again, yeah, we're gonna continue to see that ridge out the west. That's just gonna keep things pretty warm. That troughing up there in the northeast, you can see that big dip in the jet stream. That's just gonna allow for that severe weather to continue for a couple more days up in the northeast here. As we looked at the SPC risk out there, we do have a threat tomorrow, but Thursday we do not. Thursday, as of now, there's no threat up in the northeast, so we're going to be pretty calm overall. Jeff says, thank you for what you're doing. A heck of a lot better than our local news channels here in north central Indiana. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that, man. Like I said, I try to do the best I can, keep it honest and as accurate as possible. Absolutely. So you're very welcome, my friend. And another thing that we're looking at here now is the overall instability and stuff. I'm going to move this over just a tad so my people on YouTube Shorts can see it a little better. So up in the northeast right now, just in general, a lot of the Ohio Valley, just a lot of the south and eastern portion of the country, there's a lot of instability. So this is basically your thunderstorm fuel. This is potential energy in the atmosphere. And as we work our way down in time, you see all that energy kind of gets knocked away from the Ohio Valley in the northeast there. That's going to allow for those severe weather activities to suppress. And you can see as we approach our way to Friday, there's literally no instability out here in the Ohio Valley or the Northeast. That will, like I said, completely remove our chances for severe weather. So that'll be good. So there is a break coming up for severe weather for you guys. Like I said, obviously yesterday we had that derecho that rolled through Midwest into the Ohio Valley. Today we had a lot of scattered severe weather up there, especially in the Northeast by like New York. We had a big old enhanced risk out there. Then, of course, we have ourselves tomorrow's threat for the Mid-Atlantic and New England out there as the remainder of that disturbance kind of rolls through. But like I said, as we roll into Friday and stuff like that, things should be a lot better. Thursday and Friday, things should definitely improve overall. And that's basically in the mid-range models. Now, obviously, down south here in the deep South U.S., we're probably going to continue to see some normal summertime thunderstorms out here for the next couple of days. I mean, it's normal. It happens. It's just typical pattern we're in right now. But yeah, for my folks up in the Ohio Valley and the Northeast, y'all are going to get a break regarding this severe weather. Now we're going to take just a minute to hop over to the tropics. Obviously, I want to keep y'all updated on the tropics too. Well, what do you know? There's really not a whole lot of activity going on right now in the tropics. Hurricane Center's not really watching any areas right now. Honestly, things are pretty daggone quiet, not going to lie, out there in the tropics right now. No tropical activity is expecting in the Atlantic in the next 7 days. However, here in the Eastern Pacific, we have two areas. We're watching two areas. Now, the overall probability of this one over here, this is disturbance 2, the one on the far right there, just south of Mexico. So this one has an overall 20% chance of development. So basically within the next week, so the next 7 days, so 7 days from now, there is a 20% chance within the next 7 days of this storm becoming a tropical system. Now, that does not necessarily mean a hurricane or a tropical storm. That could also be a tropical depression. So the way this works is a storm starts off as a disturbance, okay? So it's just a group of thunderstorms that goes over the water. Then it turns into a tropical depression, which that's whenever you get an organized low pressure system, an organized low around those thunderstorms starting to swirl. And then a tropical storm is whenever they really get their act together, decent structures formed, and of course, whenever you have a hurricane, it's just whenever the wind criteria is met overall. But yeah, whenever it comes to it, did something there. Whenever it comes to it, though, regarding this guy over here, it's a 20% chance. This guy's unlikely to form anytime soon, but we'll keep an eye on it. Probability of this thing developing in the next 48 hours of the next 2 days is 0%. So we're not expecting this thing to form into anything in the next 2 days. Now, this guy to the west, disturbance 1, this one has a 30% chance. As a matter of fact, it actually has a 30% chance not only throughout the next 7 days, but also a 30% chance within the next 48 hours. So, roughly about 1 in 3 shot of this thing becoming a tropical depression, overall, within the next 1 or 2 days or so. So that is kind of what we are, what we are seeing here. So there's a little bit of a chance that we could have ourselves, the system out to the west could form into something down in time. But overall, everything else is pretty calm. Obviously, this is the same disturbance we just talked about there. But yeah, regarding the Atlantic, things are pretty quiet. We're going to hop over to the weather models here, y'all. We're going to take a look at the models in general out there in the Atlantic, just to kind of show you guys what's going on in the future realm of things here. So let me just make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see that a little better. And we'll also move this over just a tad so everybody, okay, we're all lined up here. Okay, so anyways, we work our way down in time. This is the American GFS model, so obviously we have that disturbance rolling through, like I said, overall. Big old dome of high pressure out there in the Atlantic. This is just really important for tropical activity. If you have a really strong high pressure system, that tends to throw more storms towards the west out here. But there's no immediate danger for you guys out in the Caribbean or anything like that, so no need to worry right now. We're not watching any storms really in the Atlantic, but like I said, we work our way down in time here. Obviously just not really a whole lot. We don't really get much waves or anything like that coming off of Africa. And a matter of fact, regarding everything, now the surface temperatures of the ocean are definitely hot enough for tropical activity, but there's other criteria that must be met as well, such as how much moisture we have in our atmosphere, and it's a lack of wind shear. Winds that are not a part of the storm itself. Sometimes if you get too strong of winds, that will allow for storms to be ripped apart. Now in the tropics, like I said, once again, we're not really watching anything right now. There is a lot of dry air that's present right now in the tropics. You can see the 700 to 300 millibar basically measuring altitude. So pretty much kind of mid to upper atmosphere moisture levels. Very dry right now, and you can see out there towards the Caribbean, obviously the MDR, the main development region out there, it's very dry. So there's not a whole lot of potential for any immediate tropical activity right now. So that's good news. Things are definitely calming down quite a bit. Now, of course, further down in time, the further we go down in these models, the more in La La Land we get. Obviously, they become a lot more, a lot more uncertain, and obviously I don't like to go any further than about 5 days or so. I mean, sometimes if I see some agreement far out in time, then I will obviously, look at it. But regarding the models here, there's really nothing. There's a lot of dry air, a lot of warm waters though. But like I said, all three conditions must be met for tropical cyclone formation. That being a lack of winds in the atmosphere, that also being a good supply of moisture in the atmosphere, as well as of course those sea surface temperatures. But those overall, regarding how warm our ocean is right now. I mean, it's blazing. It is actually really, really warm, especially out there in the Caribbean, man. It's really hot. In the Gulf, look at this. The Gulf has gotten up to 30 to 31 degrees Celsius since the last time we've talked about it. It was at like 29, 30. We haven't talked about the tropical heat in a while. Sea surface temperatures right now are very hot. We're talking 30, 31 degrees Celsius out here. I mean, yeah, like I said, it is blazing out there. Same thing for the Caribbean. We're talking 29, 30 degrees Celsius waters. Now, for tropical development, you want these to be about 26 degrees Celsius or warmer. Anything lower than that is not really supportive for tropical development. At that point, it'd be subtropical. So overall, that's just kind of what we are, talking about with the sea surface temperatures and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, all the water's out here, even out by Bermuda and stuff, 27 Celsius. I mean, theoretically, that is warm enough for tropical activity. But like I said, there is other things that we need to take in consideration, like moisture levels in the atmosphere, not just the heat from the ocean. But also, like I said, the amount of moisture in our atmosphere. And also, when it comes to it as well, the lack of winds and all that fun stuff. So, with that being said, that is kind of where we're standing there. But yeah, the waters have definitely warmed up. I will tell you that. If we hop a little bit more to the east here, out there by we'll just do the North Atlantic view in general. Out there by the MDR, by the Cabo Verde, it is still a little cool out there. I don't know if y'all on the shorts page can see it, but right there you can barely see it. Out there by the Cabo Verde, waters are still very kind of chilly. Now we want those to warm up a little bit, to allow some of those tropical waves, actually, eventually whenever they happen again, to be able to manage themselves by the time they reach into those warmer waters out by the Caribbean, out by the Gulf, and just the main, out there in the main Atlantic area. So, anyways, that's enough of that. But like I said, yeah, waters are definitely warm enough, but there's no tropical activity we're really expecting right now. Regarding El Nino, La Nina, just a bit of an update for you all. We are in neutral conditions, so we're not in an El Nino or a La Nina right now. We are literally riding the line. So the way this works, I'm sure you all have heard of El Nino, La Nina. So an El Nino means that the waters, let's see here, we'll throw up a little graphic there too. So basically an El Nino means that the waters out here at the equator, basically just off the coast of western South America. So out there by the equator, if those surface temperatures are warmer than normal, it's considered a El Nino. If they're colder than normal, it's considered a La Nina. So hopping back over to the graph over here, you can see, so this is basically measuring temperature anomalies. So basically 0 meaning that there's no change from average. Obviously this going up is warmer than normal, and going down is colder than normal. So we went from an El Nino, and we actually dropped all the way down to neutral line, right at 0. We've been kind of oscillating, just kind of going up and down, and just kind of hopping all around here. So whenever it comes to it, like I said, overall, that is just how we are, kind of doing things here. But yeah, we're cruising. Yeah, like I said, we're cruising right now. We are chilling at the 0 degrees Celsius marker there overall. So that's just kind of what we're looking at there. Oh my gosh, Proxy! What's up, Prox? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Glad to have you here. By the way, Proxy, I see you're on our YouTube short chat. I want to go ahead and show you something real quickly. Proxy, we're actually live over here too, if you wanted to hop over to our main stream. I just want to let y'all know on the shorts page that we're also live with a face cam and stuff like that as well on this channel. I just do this. I've started doing YouTube shorts that way that I could reach a more broader audience, because not everybody's watching the main feed and stuff like that. But anyways, Proxy, thank you so much for a member for 22 months. Can you believe that? Proxy is a true supporter. Proxy is amazing. Thank you so much, Proxy. It's good to see you here. Hope everything's been well with you. Good to have you. And once again, thank you so much. Proxy was saying almost 2 years as a member and a supporter of the best weather education channel on YouTube. You rock, Andrew. Well, thank you so much, Proxy. You are awesome. We love you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You are the best. So thank you so much. That is just really, really sweet. What's up, Velocity? Hope you're doing good, man. Glad to have you here. But anyways, that's that. Oh my gosh. No way, dude. Proxy coming in with a $45 donation as well. So not only does Proxy literally continue to be such an amazing member for almost 2 years, 22 months, but Proxy also comes in here with a $45 donation on Super Chat. Holy cow, Proxy. I'm very thankful for you. Thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. You know that. Proxy, of course, you know, if there's anything that you want me to take a look at or anything like that, like I said, please feel free to let me know. But thank you, Proxy. You are awesome. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You are amazing, Prox. Just always know that. Thank you so much. So let's take a quick look here at the satellite view. I just want to go ahead and pull up across the globe here. Just doing a kind of a little look out of things here overall. So hopping on over here to our, let's see, actually, no, not true color. We're going to do infrared here. We're going to pull up our infrared view. So when taking a look here at the satellite view, can I full screen this? I can. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually just going to, no, we're not going to full screen. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to handhold the phone here for a second. So anyway, so here's the motion of things right now. So let's go grab my phone here. So obviously the people on our main channel, you guys can see the full picture too. So what's going on right now, like I said, is we actually have ourselves that big high pressure you can see out there. This is that big dome that we were picking up on the models. You know, there's just this big swirl of high pressure going on out there in the central Atlantic. That's a big steering current for any tropical system if it even decided to roll our way. But like I said, once again, we're not expecting any tropical activity to occur anytime soon here in the Atlantic. So like I said, everybody in the Atlantic, take a chill pill. It's all good. We're not expecting any tropical activity out here. But yeah, we got a big old high out there. This is just kind of spinning up the atmosphere clockwise. And of course, you actually might be able to tell, but there's a little disturbance here. This is not a tropical development or any tropical disturbance, but there's a little low out there. But this guy is not anything. You know, it's not even maintaining convection. Just a lot of dry air out there in general. That's what's preventing this thing from becoming a tropical cyclone. Is that there's just a lot of dry air right here. So you can see that a lot of convection suppressed out in the area. Now, obviously, if we had a lot of the warm waters are out there, but overall, like I said, it's just a lack of dry air, and honestly, maybe even a bit of wind shear there too. You can see on the left hand side and underneath. So, yeah, just not conducive environment for tropical development. But anyways, yeah, here's the atmosphere currently. Just a big old picture of the globe. Obviously, we had that big old derecho that happened. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, we'll zoom on this here so you guys can see it. But yeah, everybody out there, you can see on both of our live streams. There was just a big old burst there, convection that's occurred. Of course, we had some severe weather out there today, up in the Northeast and all that stuff. What's up, Winding Creek? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Glad to have you here, man. Hope everything is good with you. But yeah, so like I said, overall regarding everything, it's just pretty quiet out in the tropics and all that fun stuff. We're gonna hop on back over here to weather models, y'all. We're gonna take a look. Let me bring up the. Actually, we're gonna talk about tomorrow's event. Let's do that, y'all. Yeah, let's talk about tomorrow. We're gonna do our full screen. I might need to change my screen here. Give me 1 second, you guys. Let's see. Oh, dude, I got it first try. That was just amazing. There we go. Winding Creek, my man, coming in here with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, dude. That is greatly appreciated. Big shout out goes to you, man. Thank you so much, dude. Winding Creek here coming in with the support. You are awesome. Thank you so much, man. That means a lot to me, of course, and you definitely helped me out quite a bit. And I just want to say thank you for truly thank you for your kind support, my friend. And it's just it's greatly appreciated, and it's much appreciated overall in general. So thank you so much. But anyways, what's up, Carissa? Hope you're doing good. So yeah, let's take a look at the models. We're gonna pop over here to the models, and we're gonna discuss some activity here. So we're gonna talk about tomorrow's severe weather event. Actually, we got the 0 Zulu H-triple arc run coming through here. We're gonna look at 23 Zulu because that's the latest full one that's out here. Anyway, so yeah, let's zoom into the Mid-Atlantic. So like we mentioned, y'all, tomorrow we got a risk out there up in the Mid-Atlantic here in the Northeast. A lot of these areas by D.C., Baltimore, going up towards like New Jersey and up there in the southern New England here. Whenever it comes to it, we have a little bit of severe weather expected out here for tomorrow. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at some of the criteria that's needed for severe weather to develop, such as instability. We'll take a look at the wind shear and stuff like that. So tomorrow, like I said, whenever it comes to it, honestly, this model doesn't really go far enough out there. But anyways, you can see that there's going to be some instability out here. Let me actually use let's see, I think it's what 16. It's 16. No, not 16. 18 Zulu. Here we go. Yeah, 18 Zulu. That's the big one. Oh my gosh, dude. Brian, my man, Winding Creek Farm, thank you so much, dude. He's coming in with a $20 Cash App donation now. I'm just blown away, man. Thank you so much, dude. You are a legend, Winding Creek. Thank you so much, man. Saying Andrew was on around the clock during the hurricane, so he deserves any help he can get. Thank you, dude. You honestly don't know how much that means to me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. So, yeah, just, dude, you're amazing. If there's anything I can do to help out, please feel free to let me know, okay? But yeah, so for tomorrow, we have a lot of instability building in out there, like I was saying, throughout the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast here. You can see there's just, there's a bit of instability rolling its way out there in these regions overall. Here for, like I said, yeah, that's tomorrow. So yeah, you can see all that instability rolling up across the coastal areas here of New England. Like I mentioned regarding the actual risk that we have out here tomorrow, we got a slight risk for severe weather. So the scale, like I mentioned, the scale goes up to 5. We are in a level 2 for tomorrow. So that goes out there for central northern Virginia, going through portions of Maryland. Even Delaware, out there by eastern Pennsylvania, a lot of New Jersey, places out there towards southeastern or southern portions here of New York State, western and central Connecticut, central and western portions here of Massachusetts, southwestern New Hampshire, and southern Vermont here overall. So that's kind of what we're seeing here regarding everything here. So that is that. That's kind of where we are, kind of where we are standing here with tomorrow's threat. Now, probability, like I mentioned, no tornadoes are expected tomorrow, just damaging winds and stuff like that. So that's, well, it's good news that we're not expecting any naders tomorrow. We don't want any tornadoes, but let's just grab a little view out here. First of all, so it looks like, yeah, we have a lot of instability building out here. Let's go ahead and grab a sounding. We're just going to pull a view up here from south central portions of Virginia. I'm going to take a look and see what the soundings are showing here. It's going to slowly load. I've got some dial-up internet over here. Slowly loading. Come on. Okay, there we go. So, what's up, James? Hope you're doing good, man. So, anyways, but yeah, regarding it, we have a good amount of instability out there. Pretty wide gap dew point depression. So basically, our temperature from our dew point's pretty spaced out. Given actually lower relative humidity. Considering it, even though we have high dew points, the relative humidity is pretty low, actually, considering how much of a gap we have down there. Anyways, winds throughout the atmosphere, they're not going to be anything significant. On a matter of fact, they're actually pretty weak. Maximum winds throughout the entire atmosphere is about 30 knots at mid-level. That is pretty weak, matter of fact. So that's that. How come I'm filming at my desktop? Well, I'm actually live over here as well. So we're live on YouTube Shorts and on our main page. So just go to our channel, click on our channel, and you will see that we are live on 2 different live streams. So you can, whatever one you want. Like I said, I'm doing one on Shorts so people can see too, because not everybody's on our main channel there. But anyways, so that's what's going on there, you guys. And of course, whenever it comes to it, regarding instability, there's enough to get some things rolling there. I'll take a look out there towards Maryland, just grabbing another little sounding out here just to kind of take a look and see what's going on. Whenever it comes to it here, we have about 20, 30 knots. So yeah, once again, our atmosphere is really not that strong. There really is not a lot of, like I said, there's really not a lot of strong winds in our atmosphere to allow for, some crazy storms. But look at that, D-Cape. D-Cape down there, y'all can see it on both streams, maybe. D-Cape. So when you have values over 1,200, that could signify some pretty strong damaging winds regarding the potential out there for, like I said, some of the strong downdrafts, which is basically kind of like your exhaust, essentially. You have an engine, obviously you have, your intake and your exhaust. So an intake would be a lot of warm air for a thunderstorm, that rising warm air that goes up. And of course you got the exhaust, which is the cold air that comes down. So that cold air that comes down, your D-Cape is measuring the amount of instability that's in your downdraft, which, could allow for things to get pretty wild. No way, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay, Proxy just donated $75 on Venmo. I am not even joking. Proxy, thank you so much. Dude, that is really, really sweet of you, Proxy. Let me read this. I don't know if it's going to pause the stream or not. But it says, let's see here. Thank you for your hard work. You're the best, Andrew. Proxy, you are the best. Thank you so much. That is just... wow, dude. I'm just blown away, man. Dude, Proxy, seriously, thank you for all your support and just over the years. I'm so thankful for you, and you've really helped out me a lot, Proxy. I mean, you have no idea how much you've done to help me out, and from the bottom of my heart, I'm so thankful for your support. So thank you so much for everything. You're amazing, Proxy. Thank you, seriously. I'm just blown away. But thank you, Proxy. If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know, okay? Because I'm here for you. I'm here for you, my friend. But thank you so much. Wow, dude. I'm just blown away. Let's take a look at the humidity. So that was one of the things I was telling you guys. That humidity seems to be pretty low for tomorrow out there in the Mid-Atlantic. Let's see here. I mean, humidity, yeah, we're talking 50s, 50s and 60s. I mean, well, let's see. This is tomorrow at 11. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so as we approach the afternoon, there you go. Yeah, humidity gets in the 30s and 40s. As the sun heats up and everything like that. So, like I was mentioning, it's going to be a dry heat tomorrow up in the Mid-Atlantic, up there going up towards Virginia into like Maryland and portions out there towards like Pennsylvania. It is definitely going to, be pretty dry heat tomorrow. And honestly, when you have a dry, lower atmosphere, sometimes that can actually be very difficult for storms to fire off. Kind of waiting for my dial-up internet to finish loading here, dude. It's taking forever. Let's see. Andrew predicted Barrel's path when no one else was accurate. Well, I don't know about all that. I'm not going to take all the credit. Everybody was, I'm just glad everybody got the word out there. But yeah, look at that. You see that spacing between your actual temperature at the surface and your dew point? Now, while our dew points are in the 60s, our temperatures are in the upper 90s. We're going to have another day like we did today. for tomorrow up in the Mid-Atlantic. So it's going to suck. My dad lives up there. Like I said, obviously, I grew up in Northern Virginia. Born and raised out there, and, well, I was going to say, we have these days where it does get pretty warm. But like I said, low humidity, that could be a problem for storms trying to develop, considering a lot of the storms are going to be elevated. Well, that's good news because, well, there's no chance really for tornadoes in this environment. You want really rich lower level humidity levels, in which we have very dry humidity levels out there. Let's see here. One request, anything in the tropics we need to be worried about in Texas? Winding Creek, no, man. We're actually very clear in the tropics right now. Overall, things are hitting pretty good. One of the things that's preventing storms from really forming out here in the tropics right now, well, first of all, I can show you that there's really nothing in the future. No models really picking up on anything right now. Now, obviously, the waters are warm enough. We mentioned, we have a lot of warm waters out there. But the thing is the moisture amount in the atmosphere. How much moisture there is in our atmosphere. All that brown that you see in that tan, that is showing us that there is a lot of dry air in our atmosphere right now. And you can see that the Atlantic is just filled with dry air. There's not a whole lot of moisture available. Back when we had Beryl, there was a good amount of moisture throughout the Caribbean and into the MDR, the main development region. Whoops, didn't mean to grab it there. But yeah, there's just a lot of dry air out there. There's just a lot of dry air, and there's really no adequate supply for a tropical cyclone per se. Obviously in some areas we do have moisture at some farther down portions in time. But there's no low pressure system, so nothing's really lining up right now on the models. Obviously the waters are supportive, but like I said, you need a low pressure system, or a group of thunderstorms to roll over that warm water and then start to develop a low. You need that. So just not everything's lining up in general. It's just what it comes down to. Our water's 87 degrees in the Gulf. Yeah, it's pretty warm. Yeah, we were actually just looking at that here just a minute ago. Let's hop on back here to this overall. We're gonna hop to the Western Atlantic. Yeah, look at this. So out there in the Gulf, we're talking like 30 to 31 degrees Celsius waters out there. That is just really crazy. Winding, dude. Oh my gosh, man. Winding is coming in here with another support, dude. Big shout out goes to Winding. Thank you so much, man. That is very, very sweet of you. 5 gifted memberships, dude. You're unbelievable. Thank you so much, man. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, you guys are very sweet. I love y'all. I'm very thankful for you guys. Seriously. Thank you for helping me out and help keeping things running here. Seriously, I really appreciate y'all. I know I say it all the time. It's true. You guys are just awesome. So thank you. Thank you very, very much. Let's see here. You're a rock star, Andrew. Thank you, man. You are as well. And once again, if there's anything I can do for you, please don't hesitate to let me know. Like I said, I'm here for you guys. I care about y'all. I want y'all to be weather aware and all that stuff. So thank you deeply. I really do appreciate that. You are amazing, my friend. Let's see here. We got a mission. Oh. Interesting. They took off from my neck of the... Oh, no, they took off in Tampa. Yeah, so there's a mission that took off. I think they're just transporting. That's what it looks like. They're going to Gulfport. Yeah, it looks like they're just transporting a Hurricane Hunter aircraft from Florida to Mississippi, just kind of as a reserve, just to put it back in reserve. Interesting. Let's see. Andrew put so much time in this for free. Absolutely. I appreciate that, man. Like I said, I ain't never going to do sponsors on this channel. That's one thing I promise, and I'll always keep. Anna says that warm water is conducive to bacterial growth. Not a great time to swim in the ocean. Really? I didn't know about all that. I'm no biologist, though. I literally have no idea if that even does anything. But yeah, but I will tell you this, though. The waters, what I can tell you, is that the waters out here is really warm. Once again, 31 Celsius. Let me do a quick little conversion over here real quickly. Let's see, your Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion. we're gonna. Oh, buddy. Okay, here we go. So, 1 Celsius is 33 Fahrenheit. What about 31 Celsius? That's 87. Whoever said 87, you're right. I was thinking it was getting up in the 90s. There's probably some pockets of 32, nearly. Regardless, dude, it's like that's like near hot tub temperatures out there. You know, you got this. I don't know what that area is called down there in northern South America. When it comes to it, yeah, that is likely getting up in 32 Celsius. Also up there towards like just off the coast of Louisiana. Winding says with me. I thought it was you, Winding. I thought it was. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to say somebody else whenever it wasn't them. Let's see. Brock says Andrew rocks. You rock also, Proxy. Thank you. Seriously, we love you. Thank you. But yeah, no, and like I said, you guys, you know, to everybody out here, once again, we're not expecting any tropical activity in the Atlantic anytime soon. So, anybody who's listening right now, we're good. Just continue to do your thing. We're not expecting any tropical activity or any tropical issues out here in the Atlantic over the next week or so. So that's good. I don't really know whenever things are going to start popping off. Obviously, you know, climatology models, well, I mean, obviously go so far. Well, they go farther than this, I'm saying. But, you know, in terms of the degree of forecasting, climatology models can only go so far to determine, you know, well, when are we going to have that? I honestly, we simply really don't know whenever we're going to get another activity period of tropical activity. But at least for now, it is pretty quiet out there. You know, it was very quiet in the start. It went from being very quiet, and then of course it turned into just a moment where we had a lot of storms like barrel out there. We had Alberto. What was this? I forgot the sea name. I forgot which one that was. But regardless, you know, it went from a quiet period to a very intense period of tropical activity, and then it just went quiet again. It's just weird, man. It's just weird. But anyways, but yeah, guys. I mean, honestly, yeah, like I said, I just wanted to kind of go over everything with y'all. I mean, we really talked about everything we can here. You know, once again, there's just really not a whole lot going on other than that. So once again, tomorrow, we'll see about going live. I was anticipating going live until I was really looking at things here, and kind of saw that we were really just expecting, you know, overall just a win threat for tomorrow. No way, dude. Brian! Dude, Brian's coming in here with a $30 Cash App donation saying, let's see here, for Winding Creek Farm, Texas, says howdy and thanks. You are very welcome, my friend. Thank you so much, dude. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Winding Creek. You are awesome. Love you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Y'all are amazing. Seriously, that'll be much. That is much appreciated, my friend. That helps me out a lot. So thank you, everybody, for everything, all your support. You know, like I said, not just the donators, but everybody just chilling here, just hanging out. Not even the subscribers. Like I said, if you're just here listening and watching, thank you. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it, guys. But well, like I said, honestly, yeah, there's really not a whole lot more to talk about here. I mean, we basically already went over everything. Went over the models. We went over satellite. We literally did a full breakdown of the weather, both in the Atlantic, Pacific, and even North America. I mean, we went over a lot of activity or what's going to happen here, but things will be calming soon. Once again, for the Ohio Valley and Northeast, you know, after this little disturbance, this little trough that's coming down, you can actually see it right there. See that spinning area? So that once that comes down and sweeps through, that'll be the end of severe weather for you guys. But yeah, that's kind of what we're standing here. I know your software costs money, so hope this helps. Man, it more than helps, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Seriously. Both you, Winding Creek and Proxy, thank you. Seriously, guys, you all are awesome. I love you all. Thank you, seriously, for all your support. But, all right, guys. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks for joining. We'll catch you all later tomorrow, and we'll see you guys here in the next one. All right, see you later, guys. Thanks for joining.